Before I analyze Miguel's actual essay, speech, or whatever you want to call it, I want to give some context to this situation. Now, a while back, Miguel finished the CCU 8 script and sent everyone their lines, so from everyone's perspective, CCU 8 was definitely happening. Later, everyone finishes their lines, and fast forward a bit, Miguel was hosting a live stream, which it was him and Sir Gamers. They were just answering a couple of questions, adding some stuff into their VROS game, racking up donations, and just overall having a good time. I asked them a question in this live stream about CCUA and when it will come out. Miguel responded with some Paris object show thing I don't really care to look into. Whatever, I don't know. Turns out, in other words, that was April 10th. So, boom. He just confirmed CCU 8. That's the release date. I bet you already know where this is going. He totally lied about that date, obviously. Miguel's first claim is summed up by basically just saying, no one is active on the server, and when episode releases, they're only active for a couple of hours, and when the challenge for the next episode starts, no one is active. Now, the part where no one is active on the server, that's a bit silly, because he doesn't post anything on the server. There's no hype or anything. It's like unless your show is super popular, like BFDI, where it's time for that, your show is not going to get talked about a whole lot. It's just something to expect. The next part he says is that people don't seem to be caring at all about the show. This is also a silly claim because you have people making the scripts and voice acting and watching and voting the show. People are even on the server. And you're saying that no one cares about your show and no one talks about it. It is true, people don't talk about it a lot. But this again ties into a small show. The episodes are quite far apart. And the next thing he says is that people don't seem to be attending the challenges. If you don't know, CCU is a object camp, which means people do the challenges as their object, and the outcomes are put into the episode. Now, I get that it's probably hard finding a time where everyone can attend the challenge. I'll admit it, that's a bit rough. But that's not really a good reason to cancel the show, Miguel's second claim makes a lot more sense, but still isn't the greatest. But to sum it all up, he's basically saying that the Verse community is much more active than the CCU community, and is attracting hundreds of new players every week, compared to CCU, which is a community that doesn't get a lot of attention. It takes weeks to make one episode that only a few people watch. Now, this is true that the VROS community is much more active than the CCU community. I don't actually know if hundreds of new players are coming every week because I haven't played the game, but if so, that's great. It's just the part where he talks about how CCU doesn't get a lot of attention. He phrases it as if it's the community's problem and that we don't give it enough attention, even though you're actively choosing to not work on it. CCU, he kind of left in the dust, not gonna lie. And he also says that it takes weeks to work on an episode, which is probably true, but if it actually does take a couple of weeks, then why are the episode release schedules, so damn long? Honestly, there's not a lot wrong with Miguel's third claim. Basically just says that if you rather have your weekends spent with working on a long project that you do enjoy, or playing games. Now, he obviously picks playing games, which is aka VROS, and I totally understand this. If you rather play games than working on a project that you also enjoy, that's totally fine. I understand that. That's what I would do over my weekends, I think. Now, claim 4 is where things get really, really dumb. I'm going to read the claim word for word and then explain to you why a lot of this is just plain wrong. Almost no one is helping me out. I am working on the show mostly all by myself, handling the editing, animating, and voice acting a ton of the characters. Some of y'all are helping with voice acting, but that's kind of easy to do. Sam and Henry have been helping with the animation, but that still leaves me with a ton of work on. And I've been trying to get more help for a good long while now, but barely anyone cares anymore. So it's not even worth searching for new people to work on the show anymore. Where do I even start? Let's cover the first thing he said. He does most of the work. He made the show, so it makes sense for him to do the majority of the work. I mean, what doesn't make sense is he's complaining about the voice acting, the majority of the characters, which, may I remind you, voice acting is the easiest part. If he wants to take the voice acting load off of him, he could just ask people to voice act more characters. It's honestly not that hard. It's okay for multiple people to voice act multiple characters. The part where he says almost no one is helping him out is a big lie. People help him write the script, which he didn't mention. People help him with the voice acting. 2 people help him with animating occasionally. And he does all the editing. Sounds like you aren't doing this all by yourself. In the final part, he says that he's been trying to get help for a while, but no one seems to care. First of all, I don't recall you ever asking for help. I mean, unless I offered, you never really asked for help. Second of all, if you did ask for help, I didn't see it anywhere. Like, if you want help, just make a YouTube community post or a Discord post. Something, because I did not see anything. Now, yes, I know he made a video a while back about him needing animators. That was in CCU's long hiatus. The show was kind of dead back then. Miguel then concludes by saying he probably won't continue CCU, or it'll just go into long hiatus. He does say something that I fully support, which is that if he does continue the show, he's going to get rid of the camp aspect, which is the real people doing challenges in real life. I 100% understand this argument, and it makes complete sense if you want to get rid of this, because it's probably very hard to find a perfect time where everyone is available to do a single character for only a couple of minutes. He then says that he knows that he promised a theater thing at that point. He then says that he promised a Paris theater thing, but at this point, he does not know if he's going to let that happen anymore. The conclusion. In conclusion, if you want to cancel your show, but it's already halfway done, then I just suggest finishing it. And then you don't have to do another season. The only reason why I'm saying cancel and not hiatus is because if he puts it on hiatus, he's probably not going to pick it up ever again. I just wish in his exclamation, he didn't have to blame the community for not wanting to help. I also want to go back to where he says that there's no hype on the Discord server, even though he posted that episode 7 is coming today, on the day that episode 7 came out. So a lot of people like me, we just saw it as like, oh, wait, what? Episode 7? That kind of came out of nowhere. There was no hype. He's straightened the show as like it's supposed to have some massive fan base. And he gets disappointed when the show that he gives all the attention and all the content is more active than the show where he probably just, I don't know, stars it or something. He kind of left CCU in the dust. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to convince him not to cancel it. And I guess this is his show, and if he wants to cancel, then I really can't stop him.